Round 2 of the Investec Champions Cup brought down the curtain on the 2024 segment of club rugby's grandest competition. Setting the stage for a big 2025, Round 2 had some notable performances. So let's get right into it with a recap of all the action. Getting underway on Friday evening with two cracking fixtures as the Sale Sharks hosted Racing 92 and the Champions Cup's most fierce non-domestic rivalry renewed for the 19th time when Castres hosted Munster Rugby. Starting with the Sharks' first Racing encounter, where the home side welcomed their Parisian foes to Manchester for what proved to be an ambush as they ran out 29-7 victors. Securing an all-important bonus point, the pick of those scores came courtesy of winger Tom Roybrook, who finished a textbook set-piece attack from a scrum just inside the Racing 22. In Castres, it would be an altogether different contest as the home side claimed a rare win over Munster following a titanic 80-minute encounter, which was littered with errors from both sides. Despite conceding the first try, Munster took a late lead through back row John Hodnett, who scored both of his team's tries on the evening. Jack Crowley would convert to give Munster a slim 1-point lead with just 10 minutes remaining. As they have done so in periods throughout this season, Munster mismanaged their exit and conceded a penalty just 2 minutes after taking the lead, with Castres fly half Louis Lebrun duly slotting the penalty to take the lead. Munster would get one more chance when they won a penalty on the halfway line, but would be denied an opportunity to take the line out when Castres pulled off a moment of magic to keep Jack Crowley's kick in field before kicking out to end the match 16-14 in favour of the home side. Saturday's action would begin with an absolutely incredible contest between the Vodacom Bulls and Northampton Saints at Loftus Versfeld. Played in perfect South African summer conditions, the clash had it all, with the Saints racing into a lead before two incredible tries by Bulls number 8 Cameron Hanekom brought his side right back into contention. This resurgence would be short-lived, however, as England international Tommy Freeman would score the decisive try, his second on the afternoon, with just 4 minutes left to play. This try not only secured the win, but also locked down a 4-try bonus point for the Saints at 30-21 and would deny the Bulls any points at home, which effectively has ended their chances in this year's competition outside of going on a run in the final two fixtures. Next up, a vastly improved Ulster side pushed Bordeaux-Begles to the limit, taking a deserved 19-14 lead into half-time before the top 14 powerhouse exploded into action, scoring 26 unanswered points to lock down a comprehensive 40-19 win. Once again stealing the show was Louis BLBRA, who added another try to his ledger, whilst Ireland international Joey Carberry literally silenced the Ulster fans with a superb performance, which capped off with an ice-cold touchline conversion before shushing the fans behind him. Taking the short trip down the motorway from Belfast to Dublin, where Leinster were faced with taking down an uber-impressive Clermont side at the Aviva Stadium. In the end, the hosts would have just enough thanks to first half tries to Gary Ringers and Geordie Barrett. Outside of an early mishap where the top 14 side scored the opening try of the match, Leinster put the clamps on their visitors with a suffocating defensive performance, which is quickly becoming their DNA under Jacques Nienaber en route to a 15-7 win. At the same time as the match in Dublin, the Leicester Tigers mauled a heavily rotated Hollywood Bet Shark side at Welford Road, underscoring their impressive attacking game plan under new head coach Michael Cheika. Taking the prize for the score of the day was centre Solomone Kata, who finished off a truly superb team try with the Tigers running out 56-17 winners. In the two late window fixtures, the lopsided scores would continue, with former champions La Rochelle overpowering the Bristol Bears, with Jack Knoll scoring a world-class try for the home side, whilst the Bears did show why they are the most exciting team in the Gallagher Premiership with an incredible score of their own to winger Jack Bates. In London, Harlequins would complete the rout of English teams over their South African opposition this weekend as they tore the DHL Stormers apart 53-16, with number 8 Alex Dombrandt having an all-time performance with 15 carries for 71 metres, 2 line breaks, 5 defenders beaten and 2 tries scored. Other notable performances from Quins came from Caden Murley, who scored the opening try, and from their South African fullback Tyrone Green, who's quickly garnering conversations about which country he will represent should England and the Springboks come knocking. Sunday dawned with a pair of early afternoon fixtures, with Benetton Rugby completing one of the upsets of the weekend when they overturned Gallagher Premiership leaders Bath 22-21 with a late try from Benito Bernasconi. This result now puts Bath's campaign on life support, with matches against Leinster and Clermont still to come for Johan van Grant's side. For Benetton, the result was a huge boost for their playoff chances, and they will certainly target their trip away to Bristol as a must-win match before facing La Rochelle in the final round. Paris, all hell broke loose between Stade Français and Saracens. Despite starting brightly with an early try to winger Penasai Dakwa, Stade Français' challenges went up in flames when French international Sekou Makalou was shown a red card for a trip, which he then followed up with a ludicrous swinging arm to the head of Saracens scrum half Even van Zyl. This was the Parisian side's third red card in the opening 2 matches in what is a majorly worrying development for head coach Paul Gustard. From here, Sarries would strike through Liam Williams, who scored his first try since returning to the club. Penalties from Fergus Burke and tries to Jamie George and Theodan would prove decisive as Sarries locked down a well-deserved 28-17 road win and put their foot into the playoffs. Travelling south, fans were treated to an incredible rendition of RC Toulon's famous Pilu Pilu war cry, which was bettered only by what proved to be the match of the weekend as the home side edged Glasgow Warriors 30-29. Taking the lead inside the first 5 minutes through All Black Leicester Fayanganuku, Toulon would hold on despite 2 yellow cards in quick succession to Baptiste Serron and Lewis Ludlam, and a late Warriors try courtesy of hooker Johnny Matthews, which set up a potential grandstand finish, only for Toulon to win the restart and end the fixture there and then. Concluding the weekend's action was another monster performance from the reigning champions Toulouse, who simply crushed the Exeter Chiefs 64-19 at Sandy Park. Looking rarely out of second gear, the French side led by Antoine Dupont were mesmeric once again. Through the opening 2 rounds, they have now scored a whopping 125 points and only conceded 40, in what is a terrifying prospect for every side not named Leinster this season. That concludes our wrap up of the action. We hope you enjoyed this video, and don't forget you can catch all of the full match replays, highlights and the upcoming URC, Top 14 and remaining Investec Champions Cup action live on FloRugby. As ever, please feel free to like, leave us a comment and subscribe to this channel for all of your rugby needs.